Picture this. It's 3 a.m. and you're staring at the ceiling again. Your mind is racing, your body feels tired but somehow wide awake, and you're wondering if you'll ever get a good night's sleep again. If you're over 45 and this sounds familiar, you're definitely not alone. But here's what might shock you. There's actually a scientific reason why sleep gets harder as we age. And even better news, there are 7 natural pill-free methods that can completely transform your nights starting tonight. Hi everyone, and welcome back to the channel where we dive deep into natural health solutions that actually work. I'm so excited to share today's topic because sleep issues after 45 are incredibly common, yet most people don't know about these research-backed solutions that don't require a single prescription. Let me start with a story that might sound familiar. Sarah, a 52-year-old teacher, came to me after 3 years of terrible sleep. She tried everything, counting sheep, meditation apps, even expensive mattresses. Nothing worked. She was exhausted during the day, irritable with her family, and her doctor wanted to prescribe sleep medications. But Sarah was determined to find a natural solution. Within just 2 weeks of implementing what I'm about to share with you, she was sleeping 7 hours straight and waking up refreshed for the first time in years. So what changed? Well, it turns out that after 45, our bodies go through some pretty significant shifts that directly impact sleep. Think of it like this. Imagine your body is like a well-orchestrated symphony. When you're younger, all the instruments play in perfect harmony. But as we age, some instruments start playing a bit off-key. The good news, we can retune them naturally. The first thing that happens is our melatonin production starts declining. Melatonin is like your body's natural sleep signal. It's the hormone that tells your brain, hey, it's time to wind down. Research from Harvard Medical School shows that by age 50, we produce about half the melatonin we did in our 20s. It's like having a dimmer switch that's slowly being turned down. But here's where it gets interesting. Our core body temperature regulation also changes. You know how you might find yourself waking up hot or cold in the middle of the night? That's because the part of your brain that controls temperature, think of it like your internal thermostat, becomes less precise with age. Studies from the National Sleep Foundation showed this temperature dysregulation is one of the biggest culprits behind those frustrating 3 a.m. wake-ups. And then there's what researchers call sleep architecture changes. Basically, we spend less time in deep sleep and more time in lighter sleep phases. It's like the difference between floating on the surface of a pool versus diving deep underwater. The deeper you go, the more restorative the experience. Now, here's the really exciting part, and this is where those 7 natural hacks come in. Unlike what many people believe, these age-related sleep changes aren't permanent. They're more like a car that needs a tune-up rather than a car that's broken beyond repair. Let's start with hack number 1, and this one might surprise you. It's about melatonin, but not in the way most people use it. Here's what most people get wrong. They take way too much, and they take it at the wrong time. The typical melatonin supplement contains 3 to 10 milligrams, but research from MIT shows that the optimal dose for people over 45 is actually just 0.3 to 1 milligram. That's about 10 times less than what most supplements contain. Think of melatonin like a gentle nudge rather than a sledgehammer. Dr. Richard Wertman, who discovered melatonin's sleep benefits, found that less is definitely more. When you take too much, it's like shouting at someone who's already listening. It actually becomes less effective. The sweet spot is taking that small dose about 30 minutes before your desired bedtime, not when you're already in bed tossing and turning. Here's a fascinating fact that blew my mind when I first learned it. Melatonin doesn't actually make you sleepy in the moment. Instead, it helps reset your internal clock. It's like setting your body's alarm clock in reverse. So if you've tried melatonin before and thought it didn't work, you might have been using too much or timing it wrong. Hack number 2 involves something you probably have in your kitchen cabinet right now: magnesium. But here's the kicker. About 50% of adults over 45 are magnesium deficient, and most don't even know it. Research published in the Journal of Research in Medical Sciences found that magnesium supplementation significantly improved sleep quality, sleep time, and reduced those early morning awakenings that drive us crazy. Think of magnesium as your body's natural relaxation mineral. It helps calm your nervous system. Imagine it like a gentle hand on your shoulder saying, "It's okay to let go now." The magic happens because magnesium helps regulate GABA, which is basically your brain's brake pedal. When GABA levels are optimal, your mind can actually quiet down instead of racing. The best forms are magnesium glycinate or magnesium threonate, taken about an hour before bed. Start with 200 milligrams and see how you feel. Some people notice a difference the very first night, while others need a week or two for their levels to optimize. Now, hack number 3 is something I call the green tea secret, and it involves an amino acid called L-theanine. Don't worry, despite coming from tea, L-theanine won't keep you awake. In fact, it does the opposite. Studies from the Asia-Pacific Journal of Clinical Nutrition show that L-theanine promotes relaxation without drowsiness during the day, but significantly improves sleep quality at night. Here's how it works. L-theanine increases alpha brainwaves, which are associated with a calm, meditative state. It's like switching your brain from a busy highway to a peaceful country road. The recommended dose is 100 to 200 milligrams about an hour before bed. You can get it as a supplement, or if you enjoy the ritual, drink a cup of decaffeinated green tea in the evening. Hack number 4 might sound simple, but it's incredibly powerful. It's called the temperature hack. Remember how I mentioned that temperature regulation becomes trickier after 45? Well, we can work with this instead of against it. Research from the University of Rochester shows that cooling your core body temperature by just 1 to 2 degrees can dramatically improve sleep onset and quality. Here's the simple trick. About 90 minutes before bed, take a warm bath or shower. I know it sounds counterintuitive, but here's the science. When you get out of the warm water, your body temperature drops rapidly, which signals to your brain that it's time to sleep. It's like pulling the emergency brake on your wakeful state. If baths aren't your thing, you can achieve the same effect by keeping your bedroom between 65 and 68 degrees Fahrenheit and using breathable bedding. Think of your bedroom as a cool cave. Our ancestors slept best when temperatures dropped at night, and our bodies still respond to this ancient cue. Hack number 5 involves 2 gentle herbs that have been helping people sleep for centuries: valerian root and chamomile. But here's what's exciting. Modern research has finally proven why they work so well, especially for people over 45. Valerian root works by increasing GABA levels in your brain. Remember, that's your natural brake pedal. A study in the European Journal of Medical Research found that valerian improved sleep quality without causing morning grogginess. It's like having a gentle, natural sedative that doesn't leave you feeling foggy the next day. Chamomile works through a different pathway. It contains a compound called apigenin that binds to specific receptors in your brain that promote sleepiness. Think of it like a key that unlocks your body's natural sleep door. You can take chamomile as a supplement or enjoy it as a bedtime tea ritual. The beautiful thing about these herbs is they're cumulative. They often work better the longer you use them, unlike prescription sleep aids that can lose effectiveness over time. Hack number 6 is what I call the light therapy secret, and it's based on fascinating research about how our eyes and brain communicate. As we age, our eyes let in less light, which can confuse our internal clock. Studies from Harvard Medical School show that getting bright light exposure in the morning and avoiding blue light at night can reset our circadian rhythms naturally.
Here's the simple protocol. Within 30 minutes of waking up, get 10 to 15 minutes of bright light. If it's sunny, step outside. If not, consider a light therapy box. This tells your brain it's daytime, time to be alert. Then about 2 hours before bed, start dimming the lights and avoiding screens. Or use blue light blocking glasses if you must use devices. Think of it like training a pet. Consistency is key. Your brain learns the pattern and starts preparing for sleep automatically when it gets dark. And finally, hack number 7 might be the most important one. It's called sleep hygiene, but I prefer to think of it as creating your personal sleep sanctuary. Research from the Mayo Clinic shows that people over 45 are especially sensitive to environmental disruptions that younger people might easily ignore. This means creating a bedroom environment that's specifically designed for sleep. Remove all electronic devices, invest in blackout curtains or an eye mask, and consider a white noise machine if you live in a noisy area. Think of your bedroom as sacred space, a place your brain automatically associates with rest and recovery. Here's something interesting. Studies show that people who use their bedrooms only for sleep and intimacy fall asleep 37% faster than those who work, watch TV, or use their phones in bed. It's like training your brain to flip a switch the moment you enter the room. Now, I know what you might be thinking. This all sounds great, but which one should I try first? Here's my recommendation based on working with hundreds of people over 45. Start with the temperature hack and proper melatonin timing, since these often provide the quickest results. Then add in magnesium after a week and gradually incorporate the other strategies. Remember Sarah, who I mentioned at the beginning? She started with just the low-dose melatonin and temperature optimization. Within 3 days, she was sleeping through the night for the first time in years. After 2 weeks of adding in the other strategies, she told me she felt like she had her life back. The key is consistency and patience. Unlike prescription sleep aids that might work immediately but often lose effectiveness, these natural approaches get better over time as your body rebalances itself. Here's something really important to understand. Sleep issues after 45 aren't just about being tired. Poor sleep is linked to everything from weakened immunity to increased risk of heart disease and cognitive decline. But the flip side is incredibly encouraging. Improving your sleep can literally add years to your life and life to your years. I want to leave you with this thought. You don't have to accept poor sleep as an inevitable part of aging. Your body wants to sleep well. Sometimes it just needs a little natural guidance to remember how. If this video has been helpful, I'd love for you to subscribe to the channel. We're building a community of people who believe in the power of natural health solutions, and there's so much more I want to share with you. Check out our other videos on natural energy boosters and hormone balance after 40. They're all connected to getting better sleep. Sweet dreams. And remember, tonight could be the first night of the best sleep you've had in years. You've got this.